Hey, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Westman, and on today's episode, I'm going to take you through a shoulder workout. Now, as you can see, also doing a little bit of construction in my backyard. You will get to see the final product, the before and after. It's taken me a little bit of time, but it's sort of a little hobby that I'm sort of getting done. Keeps my mind at ease as well, so I can, while I'm not doing programs and working in and around the chaos happening outside due to the lockdowns and the COVID. This is sort of my oasis away from everyone else. So it's coming along pretty well. I'll show you guys shortly. But for now, we're going to jump into phase one of our shoulder workout. So it's very simple. We're going to be hitting the front, sides, and rear delts, predominantly more rear, because I want to look after you guys and make sure that we're choosing exercises that are effective and probably the most missed out on. So obviously, rear delts are ones that we never really do, but are most prone to injury. Front delts, we do a lot of. Lateral raises, we don't really do a lot of either. We're not really doing any of this during our life. But going to the grocery store and picking up bags like this, it's just not one normal movement that we do. So lateral raises are sort of underappreciated and underdone in the gym. So I mean, I know a lot of people throw them in with their shoulder days, but they generally only do a very little amount of volume on them. So in this one, we're going to build it up. We want to do, obviously start a beginner. So if we're coming out of lockdown, we don't want to go and try and jump into what we used to be doing. We still got to build back up, all right? Just because it's not hurting doesn't mean that it's not being effective. Rome wasn't built in a day. We want to build the foundation of our physique, and then from there we can increase their intensity and endurance, our volume, and then we'll be able to keep it further down the line when we're doing insane drop sets, quadruple sets, and time under tension sort of stuff, and mixing and matching. You can really just do whatever you want. So let's jump into the first exercise, which is rear dumbbell flies. All right, so the first thing you want to do is check your grip. Make sure that the thumb is over the top of the dumbbells. It's going to help to keep the pinky rotated forward. And then while you're doing the exercises, you're going to see that I flare my elbows out forwards, just to keep tension more on the delts than on the lats. And I really don't want to turn it into a row, just to maximize the benefit in that rear delt that I'm missing. Most of us are missing, actually. So get them done. With the lateral raises, most people know how to do these. Depending on your injuries, technique may look different to others, but in all, you're going to be hitting the lateral muscle anyway. As long as your elbows are higher than your wrists, pinkies rotated up slightly if you can, that's all you really need to do for those. Arnold presses, these are really, really good because they help to create a stronger rotational cuff within the shoulder. Plus, you're seated, so you've got all the core support. So you can go pretty heavy with these. I like to tuck my elbows in as close as possible to maximize that rotation. And then working the front head by pressing up straight over my head. With these, which are the external rotations, I don't use a grip handle here. I just use the edge of the cable. That's grip enough. And then I like to keep my wrist in line so that I'm not causing any unwanted tension on my forearms. Then my flexibility, all that's going to do is rotate as far as it will allow me. It used to be a lot less than this, but over the years, it's allowed me to go a bit further and further. And then this is another variation of the lateral raise. Feet placed together, hand hanging on the bar just above shoulder height. Extend the arm out straight, keeping yourself on a 45, and then begin the exercise. So by doing it in a pendulum motion here, you've taken away all of the, I guess the cheating of lateral raising. So you're not using your actual body and momentum. You have to initially use the lateral head of the muscle to raise the resistance, So one lagging part of mine also is the abs, especially the lower abs. I just really want them stronger and more defined. So, I sort of found it the hard way, leaning out for a show and then realizing that, hey, you're basically naked with no body fat. This is who you are and your abs suck. So this is why I'm incorporating abs now a little bit more frequently across the board. They are very boring to me and exhausting. So what I do is I'll lessen the amount of exercises until I can build up the tolerance and patience to actually enjoy them. So for this, it's just leg raises. I'll do 20 reps of this, and then I will superset that with, I did have an ab wheel, but unfortunately forgot to bring it. So I had to improvise here, which is fine. These work just as well, but they also sort of put a little bit more tension on the lats if you pull through with the arms. But pretty cool alternative as well. I did feel them in the core, especially after the leg raises. So I think they're pretty optimal for building a stronger core section and defining those abs. So I'll smash out, I think I did 15 on the first set and then dropped back to 10 and did 5 sets of each as a circuit. And that was the end of this shoulder and ab workout. So phase 1. So we're going to build up our strength and our endurance and intensity. So from here, you may be thinking, oh, that's kind of hard, but kind of easy, because we're setting ourselves up for what's to come. And trust me, it's going to be insane.